Hello, Maria. Welcome in. We were going to cook. You know what? I was going to make chili. But I changed my mind because I already have a chili video up. So I'm going to craft from some things I already have and just chit chat with you all for a little bit. And if you like this craft project, I can do it again next week. Um, Let me know. When I was crafting on your channel last night, when I was in the live, but I was still crafting, I took this that I got from the Dollar Tree that I thought was just a little gaudy. I wasn't a fan, but I knew I could tear it down and make it into something else. So when I was talking on your live last night, I was crafting this. I just tore it down and made it into something else because I did not like all the glitter. The tinsel was too much for me. So I just made it this. And you can, use whatever fabric you want and turn it into something different. But this is what I ended up making last night on your live. Because, I have to do something to keep my eyes open because I'll be done fool around and fell asleep like you fell asleep on mukbang. I'll be knocked out. So I said, let me get my hands busy, get me something to do. Hey, Billy. Okay. So I said, let me get me something to do so I don't fall asleep. And before I knew it, I had crafted that little stocking up. But today I'm going to craft. If you guys like it, we can redo it. This is my first bite of the day, so I'm having my coffee. And I'm having a cinnamon swirl bagel. And I'm actually pissed because I just left the grocery store. I bought a new box of not sour cream, of cream cheese. It's spoiled. And the date on it is until February 21. And it's spoiled. I was not happy about that. I started to take it back. But I don't have time because I knew I wanted to start my live. So, today we are crafting the poinsettia or poinsettia. I've heard it said both ways, poinsettia or poinsettia. We're going to make the topiary. And it's just a poinsettia tree. I had to plug in my glue gun and let it start getting warm. But I bought these buckets. I showed you guys these buckets when I bought them from Hobby Lobby. You can buy whatever you want to set your tree in. It doesn't matter. Whatever you want to put it in is up to you. I'm going to use the smaller bucket because it fits perfectly. I'm not going to use my big bucket. I'll save it for something else. It really just looks like a big old paint can, but it's really cute. I got this from Hobby Lobby for $10 and it was 40% off, so it was $6. This one was $6 with 40% off, so what's that? $2.40 off of 6 to $4, $3.60, something like that. If my math in my head is right. So anyway, I'm gonna take this, and I picked up these little round crafting floral foams from Dollar Tree. You get 2 in a pack, and I bought 2 packs. I'm gonna open them up, but just to show you, it fits in here perfectly, and I need it to fit in here. So that was just luck. I thought I was gonna have to buy floral foam and cut it to make it fit, but it fits just fine. It doesn't say. Yes, it does. It says that this tin is 6 by 4 inches, and this foam is 4.8 by 0.75. So they look the same. No, it isn't. It's smaller. It's definitely smaller. So it fits. Anyway, so that's what I need to give it some height. When I said I was crafting with a plunger, everybody was laughing. The girls at work was talking about, ew, that's nasty. Look, ain't nobody used the plunger. It's a brand new plunger. What you talking about? It's nasty. I need this piece of wood to make my tree. And you can unscrew this, take this off. It's a brand new plunger, y'all. It ain't been used. Here's the thing on it. And you can take that off. I'm not taking this off. I need it to make the tree stand up taller. So I'm just going to twist this right on back in here. And I thought I might have to glue it, but I don't think I'm going to. I think, well, I might have to glue it to the foam, but I can smash it and make it fit because I did already. So I'm going to open that up. And you guys have to tell me, I try to craft everything from Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree does have cans. They don't look like this, but they do have galvanized little buckets and stuff. So if you can find a bucket or a tin or something like that at Dollar Tree that you want to use, that'd be perfect. And like I said, these came from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to put them both in here. And I bought two, so I'm going to put in a total of 4. And that gives it height. It's going to stand up. So what do you guys feel like you want to craft next week? Then I'm going to just put this in here. And because this is rubber, you can mash it down and make it fit. And just smash it in. There. I got this idea from Olivia's Romantic Home. And it fits. It's perfect. I love it. There's not a whole lot you got to do with this. I got my glue gun heating up because I am going to need my glue gun for all of the flowers. So that's in there. And then I have a bag of Spanish moss. This came from the Dollar Tree. And we're just going to take the moss at the end and glue it down here to cover all this up because you don't want to see the plunger. That's not cute. So then what I want to do, I got a big old roll of burlap. This burlap came from Walmart and it was about $4 or $5. $4.88, I believe. So that's why this craft is a little more expensive, and it's not expensive, but I don't know what people's pockets are like, so I don't want to really say that. But it depends on how much you want to spend on a craft. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be inexpensive. It's not supposed to break the bank. So I try to do everything from Dollar Tree, like I said. But this one, it cost a little more. Like I said, the bucket was like $3 or $4. There's 2 things of foam inside. That was $2. So now we're up to what? If it was $4, 5, 6. This came from Dollar Tree. That's 7. This came from Dollar Tree. That's 8. This came from Walmart. You can find burlap cheaper, and you don't have to buy this big roll. I bought this big roll because I craft a lot, and so I'm going to use it for a ton of other things. You don't have to do that. But this was $4. And then, of course, all of your picks. All of your picks, which I got from Dollar Tree. You don't need all those. I have a ton because, like I said, I craft a lot. So after we get this in here, all I'm going to do, I'm going to try to set this down so y'all can see, is I'm just going to hot glue this burlap to the stick because you don't want to see it. And I don't know if I want to do it in one layer or if I want to, because I've never made this before, if I want to fold it over. I think I want to fold it because I think it's going to give me better coverage if it's folded. And we're going to wrap it. We're going to wrap it just like we wrapped the candy cane. So that's going to be the last thing that we do. Yeah, it should be fun. It should be inexpensive. It shouldn't be, costing a whole lot of money. So this one is a little more pricey. So that's why I kind of didn't want to have you guys go buy all this stuff. Now, the one we're going to do next Sunday is cheap. It's Dollar Tree. If you can find the wreath. If you can't find the wreath form at Dollar Tree, you can find it at Walmart, and it's going to be $1.77 because I just got some from Walmart. And all you need is that and some ribbon and some zip ties. The materials list on that, I'll put it up Monday. But it's going to be a pretty wreath and it's going to be super cheap. The farmhouse wreath that I made, that I posted on IG, that's what we'll make. We'll make that one. So let's get on with this. So because this is too high, I'm going to untwist it out of here. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to take the stick out of here because I need to work with it and it's too high. You guys won't be able to see what I'm doing. Let's set that to the side. So what I want to do is pick my flowers. What flowers do I want? I know I want poinsettias, but do I want the red ones? Do I want the burgundy ones? Do I want a mixture of each? I'm going to start out with these ones. And you can tell here I have two different ones. I have these as well. The color is not the same. And the texture is not the same. This is more velvet, and this is not quite. So there is a difference. So I'm going to start with these because I have more of these. And y'all know me, like I said, I'm going to be here. If I ain't on here but talking to myself, I'm going to be on here. So I know you here, sis. Even if you don't be saying nothing and it's just playing, I appreciate it. Your live was a little bit too live last night. Y'all, I'm gonna need you to get your family members under control. They was doing the most. I'm gonna need you to get them in order for next week. You can't get them in order because you wasn't in order. You was just as bad. So I'm going to start low because I want this to be full. And you're really just going to hot glue these to the stick. You trying? Girl, no you ain't. You bad too. You're just going to hot glue these to the stick. And you don't have to hot glue them separately. I'm going to wind mine up with my good old 26 gauge floral wire. Love this stuff. And I'm putting them on at varying heights. I'm just putting them on right now so I can see what I like. If I like it the way it is. I'm going to tuck some berries in here and there. Like that. And it's going to be nice and full when I'm done. So, yeah, I kind of like this the way it was. The way it is. I like to cut my stuff apart. I know you're thinking, why are you cutting it apart just to put it back? Because I'm putting it back the way I want it. I'm not putting it back the way it was. I'm putting it back the way I want it. So I kind of like this. Get my little floral wire. And wire it up, y'all. These are easy crafts to do because most of the steps we're doing, we've done before in something else. That's that. And I want to place it, ooh, got some glue on it. I want to place it low because I want more on here. I want them bigger. So we're going to place it low. Kind of right here. And let's get the glue. Let me put my food to the side. Hold on, y'all. I don't want no glue on my bagel. So I'm going to glue. And this is that hot glue gun, y'all, that I told y'all was real mean. And that I had to be careful when I use it. And I'm using it because my other one done tried to die on me. So I'm on the mean glue gun. but I ain't touching it. I'm not touching it with my hands. No, I'm not. So I'm going to lay down that glue, and then I'm going back in with my floral wire just to make sure. And then we're going to put burlap on it, and that's going to give it another layer of security. No, I don't think I need to go in with the floral wire. It's sticking. I thought I was going to have to. And you're just going to keep doing that until you fill this up and you make it look the way you want it to look. So we're just going to add another one. I'm going in for this one. Now see, I have 3 different colors of flowers. So guess what? We're going to use 3 different colors of flowers. Because they're not, I think I may have 4 different colors. I don't know. We're going to use what we got. So what is everyone doing today other than spending a few moments with me, which I truly appreciate. I thank you so much for whatever time you are able to spare out of your day to come through. I appreciate it. It helps me out, and I love you for it. Just relaxing. I know you're relaxing because you had, girl, you better be relaxing. What time did you get up? If I was you, I'd be relaxing too. And I wouldn't have got up no time early. I don't know that I want this gold. About 9. Okay. Well, you got up at a good time. Have been up so late. I didn't go. Ooh, I done tore the thing up. I didn't go to bed until about 2 o'clock. After that live, I was just woke. So I didn't go to bed till about 2 o'clock. And I got up at about 7. Cowboy, you just waiting to see what the day brings. That's all right. Ain't no better way to do it. Just wait and see what happens. See how it's going to go. 3:30. Well, never mind. I almost asked a really stupid question. I'm not going to ask you that. After that live, I'm not asking you that. Because I think I got a pretty good idea. Lord have mercy, help me. All right, so I'm just going to wire another bunch of these together. Just wiring and gluing. That's all. I saw this on Olivia's Romantic Home. See, and look, I wasn't going to ask you what you did last night. And here you come telling me. That's why your live be turned up. You talking about you be good. You ain't good. You acting up now. But anyway, about those. How'd that work out for you, cowboy? One word, good or bad. I don't need any elaboration. Just good or bad. Lady Luck, hello, sis. It was bad. Oh, well, gotta try new things. I'm sorry it wasn't what everybody said it was gonna be. They lied. Yeah, you save them for when you get a real cold. Don't do it. You know, glue these here this way. Put these up a little higher. Give it a little lift. That live, Maria, I don't even know what to say. I guess ain't nothing to be said. This glue gun ain't no joke. This thing is smoking. I'm not. You done took the skin off my hand. My fingers. So anyway, when I use it, I don't touch it. And I hold it down with something else. I'm not putting my hand on this thing. Have me burnt to a crisp. Mm-mm. No, thank you. Matter of fact, what's the weather like where you guys are? Billy, I know it's probably still nice where you live. I'm going to make some chili. That's my plan. I haven't cooked yet. And I didn't do it live because I already have a chili video on my channel. So I said, well, I don't need to do it again. I already got one. Ooh, Lord, no. Tried to get me, y'all. I'm telling you, this glue gun is evil. She is not nice. There. But I already have, oh, I'm sorry. Y'all can't see. I already have a chili video up, so that's why I didn't make the chili. But I'm going to make some chili today because it's chilly weather. It's cold to me anyway. So I feel like some chili would be good. And let's see. I'm going to go with this bunch and see what it do. The heater and the fan, Maria, for real. The heater is for Donald, the fan is for you. I'm telling you what. I have to turn my fan off. I try to have the fan on because I like for air to circulate. But it had got a little too cold for me to have that air circulating. And I would wake up and have a scratchy throat. So apparently I'm a mouth breather. Imagine that. So I said, nope, I can't be sick. So I turned the fan off. And luckily I'm not doing too bad. Usually I get really hot and I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm mad because I done woke up just because I'm hot. So that's why I usually keep the fan running. But I did okay. Wasn't bad at all. I guess you don't have to bunch these. You can put these on individually. I'm bunching them because I'm getting more done in a short amount of time. So I'm bunching them. When I go to the side, y'all, I'm just cutting these ends off into a garbage bag that I have sitting over there. Okay, I like the placement on that right there. So I'm going to glue it in. Maybe if I put the glue on the stick. I'm not trying to get burnt up. Y'all hear me? Anytime the hot glue is smoking, that's too dang on hot. I'm going to sit this down so I can see. There. That was a smarter idea. Just holding it in place for a minute until it sets up, because I'm not trying to get burnt up. Maria, any idea what you got cooking today? I know you said you just relaxing, but you still got to eat. I like that this is wired. You can fluff it out the way you want to. I'm gonna put some right here. I'm gonna cut these ends off. There. Why are you away from home for a week, Billy? What you doing? Is it something to do with the acting classes? Oh, okay. You earning you some coin. I ain't mad at you. Get your coin. And see, he's still talking about garden because he in Texas. It's cold here. To me anyway. Today. Maria, you don't know what you're cooking today? Well, with all the challenges and stuff been going on, it's hard to get an idea for what you want to eat. The only reason chili popped in my head is because it's cold outside. What about, have you done lasagna lately? I feel like maybe you have. I know you've done soul food because that was one of the dog cages you did. So I know you did soul food. Hmm. Well, you can make the copycat of Olive Garden's zuppa de Toscana, which is really good with kale and cream and butter and potatoes and onions and Italian sausage. You make the little meatballs from Italian sausage. And I think there's some, I don't know if there's bacon in there or not. I think I just put bacon in mine. I fried up some bacon and put the little crispy bacon pieces in mine. But you can make that. You can make a lasagna. And Billy just did vegan chili last week, so that's why I'm thinking chili today. Hey, Dee's World, how are you doing, sis? Cowboy, it's not even that. I was, I fell down in my duties and I did not get a materials list up on Monday. And I hate to try to have people at the last minute running around trying to get some stuff to do. Lady Luck, if I could, girl, you know I would. I hate to have people running around at the last minute trying to get some stuff to do a craft that's supposed to be fun. If you got to run around and search all through the store, it's not fun anymore. You feel like you didn't have enough time to be prepared. And so that's why, just because I did not do what I was supposed to do, and I didn't get the materials list up like I should have. So that's the only reason, because I really would have had this list up on Monday. And I don't know what happened, what I was doing, but I didn't get it done. And so at that point, I felt like ain't nobody going to want to craft. They're not going to have time to get their stuff together. And they're not going to be running around. So I just didn't. Then I thought, well, what am I going to do? Well, I'm just going to sit there and look at them. I'm not cooking. So that's what happened. I didn't get my stuff together like I was supposed to. It happens to the best of us sometimes. Y'all have to give me a pass on it this time. I'm going to get the list up for the next one. It's simple and it's Dollar Tree. So I'm just holding this down with the pliers or the wire cutters because I ain't trying to get burnt. Like I said, the next one for next Sunday, matter of fact, I'll show you what you need in this video before we go, in this live before we go. You're just going to need a wreath form, some zip ties, some ribbon, and a plaque if you'd like, but if you don't want to do all that, you don't have to. The wreath by itself is actually really pretty. You don't need a whole lot of embellishment. Now see, every time I put that down and I smash those down, I just stand them right back up. And I'm just going to keep going until this is as big as I want it to be. This is skimpy. This ain't big enough yet, and I need it to round out. So I'm going to put some here in this spot. Who can't you find, Black Billy? Then I'm going to go back and stick in some more pine cones. I'll probably put in some of the red berries. I don't know. I'm winging it. I've never made this before, but I knew it, it's not that hard. I knew I wanted to. I'm going to sit it beside my fireplace is where it's going. Because normally by my fireplace, I have a huge poinsettia that I purchased sitting there. But as the years have gone on, and then I got cocoa, and poinsettia plants are very poisonous to your dogs, your cats, your pets. They can die from it. I don't buy real poinsettias to sit by the fireplace anymore. And so I just didn't have any for years. And I thought, because I've had cocoa for about 8 years. And I thought, you know what, I miss my poinsettias. I would buy the small ones and sit them on the table. But I always had a big poinsettia, and it was either red or it was white. One year I had a peppermint striped one. It was really pretty. That sits by the fireplace. But I don't do it because of the dog. But I'm going to make one, and then I can sit it there, and I ain't got to worry about her dying if she bite it. Well, yeah, she going to die if she bite it because I'm a killer. I'm tired of her biting up stuff. Told y'all she was outside eating the siding on the house. I'm like, I don't know what your problem is, but you going to knock that off. Or you going to come up missing. They're going to find you on a milk carton. And be eating up the house. Crazy. And I don't know why she's doing that, because she's got chew toys. I don't know why she started doing that, but she going to have to knock it off. So that's why I wanted to make the topiary. So I could sit it beside my fireplace. And when I saw Olivia's Romantic Home do it, I'm like, oh yeah, I can do that. Okay. You know what? You can have Coco. Okay? I will drop her off to you. She chew one more thing on the outside of this house, and I'm gonna pull out all her little teeth. She gonna be gumming her food. Dog better knock it off. I love her. She know I do, but she gonna get it. Now, she done started acting up in her old age. She ain't never done that before. I don't know what's going on, but she better stop. She gonna take a long walk off a short pier. That's what she gonna do. How many picks have I used so far? How many? Because each one of these is one pick. I just cut them apart and redid them the way I wanted them. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Is it 3? That's all? 1, 2, 3. I feel like it's 4. It is 4. One's up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 picks on here so far. This is number 5. See, so this is adding up. It's not like a little inexpensive kind of craft. So I didn't want to, you know, be bringing y'all nothing that was too pricey, because I'm trying to just stick with the Dollar Tree. That's what I'm trying to do. But I had to do this one. It just caught my attention and I had to do it. I don't know if y'all can see that smoke coming off there, but I'm telling you what, it's not playing. I'm just gonna hold it until it sticks. While I'm waiting, eat my cinnamon swirl bagel. That I'm mad that don't have no cream cheese on it, because the cream cheese was bad. The date on it was, what I say, February of 2021. That cream cheese was bad. It had a sour, bitter taste to it. And I was mad that it was in my mouth. So now I'm just looking at it to see where I need to place other things. I need some more pine cones, because this one's sitting out here by himself. So I need some more pine cones in there. And I think I might drop another bunch right here. I think. It look a little lopsided. You get 7 flowers on each bundle, so this is a good amount. Not bad. Gotta be a pine cone. I need that one. Let's put this together. And I would just like to say that when you guys made your candy canes last week, you did really good. They came out so pretty. Ginger Snap showed me hers. I saw Veggie Pals. Maria, I definitely saw yours. I saw Kay's Confections. They were really pretty. You guys did an awesome job. And that was really one of the cheapest crafts that we're ever going to do. Those came out really nice. Telling you, between the candy canes and the gnomes, that's what sell. I'm finding that's what's selling the most. Fine by me. Ginger Snap 44, you done snuck in. Hey, sissy. How you doing? I'm so glad you popped in for a moment to see me. Thank you. Give me a thumbs up if you would, please. I know you already did. I don't have to tell you that. I'm just used to saying it. You are so welcome. I had such a blast making that, and I knew you would like it. Once you said red truck, I was off and running. I said, oh, red truck, I got you. I'm so glad you like it. You didn't need me to make it. You know how to make your own now. If you get the right glue. You had me cracking up talking about, can I use super glue? Look, you can use whatever glue holds it together. It don't matter. Oh, it really wasn't. I'm not a professional anything. I just enjoy doing it. And sometimes it comes out really nice, and sometimes it come out looking a little crazy. It's trial and error. It really truly is. I just go with it. Oh yeah, that filled that spot up nicely. I like that. This side needs a little more lift, so I'm going to be tucking pieces in and gluing them to make this stand up some more. I don't like that it looks askew. So we're going to make it stand up. If I glue this one up, that'll help. There we go. So, here we go. I am making a poinsettia topiary. It's a poinsettia tree. Topiary is just a nice word for a tree where all the branches have been cut off the bottom of the tree and all you have is a round poof at the top of flowers. That's all. But I saw it on Olivia's Romantic Home, fell in love with it, and so here I am trying to recreate it. Trying to recreate it and not get burnt because I had to break out Wicked Sister. That's her. This is her name, Wicked Sister. That thing gets hotter than H fire, and you got to watch her. She'll take the skin off you, and I need my skin. I actually rather like it. Ginger, what you cooking today? We all trying to figure out what we eating. Exactly. At the dollar store. You don't have to spend a whole bunch of money on none of that stuff. My glue gun came from the dollar store. Wicked Sister came from Myers. But my little blue gun, that blue one, she came from Dollar Tree somewhere. She didn't come from nowhere fancy. Oh, look at this trying not to stick. There we go. Oh, you're at work? Oh my goodness. And an hour drive home? Gee whiz. I did not know. Wow. That's how long you been doing that? That is a long drive. How long you been doing that drive, Ginger? 18 years. Girl, whoo. Nuh-uh. I'm spoiled. I am spoiled. I am spoiled. The hospital I work at is 8 minutes up the road, and I've been there for 30 years. If I had to move somewhere, if it was more than a 10-minute drive, I'd probably lose my mind. No, I would drive 30, 40 at the most, but an hour? I guess you figure if you drive 40, might as well do the extra 20. Especially if the money good. Can't complain if that money is right. But I'm done. Oh, 15 hours? No. You work, how many days a week you working? 4? The insurance is good. See, the insurance where I work, it it could be better. Let me just say that. You work 4? Okay. Oh my gosh. No wonder you be so tired though. I'll be complaining if I gotta do a 12. I'm like, I don't do 12s. I don't want to stay. They be looking at me like, what? I'm like, nah. Get them new young girls, them little 20-year-olds popping around full of piss and vinegar. Let them do it. I'm old. I don't feel like it. Sometimes I stay, but most of the time I don't have to. I tell them go get one of them young girls. Go get one of them new ones. Just popped out of nursing school. She been here about 6 months. Let her get that OT. Yes, piss and vinegar. They just be all popping around like they just the best thing ever because they just got out of school and they know this and they know that. And this is I'll just be looking at them like you might want to sit down and let somebody old tell you what's what. Because yes, you just got out of school and you feel like you're ready to take on the world, and I appreciate that in you. And I promise you, I'm not gonna dull your shine. I want you to feel like that because you are gonna take care of my patients to the best of your ability. And as long as you feel like that, you're gonna do a good job. But let me tell you a few things along the way. Don't ever be so full of yourself that you can't learn nothing from somebody who's been in the game for 30 years. Because I know more in this little finger than you're ever going to get in your entire career because I've been doing it way longer than you. They be listening to me though. I don't have no trouble because I'm really nice at work. Until I'm not. So anyway, I know y'all said, girl, would you hurry up that stick of flowers? Mm-hmm. Yes, Lord. Listen to us. We ain't gonna steer you wrong. I ain't gonna let you kill nobody. Not on my watch. You ain't doing something right. I'm gonna help you with it. Um, yeah, we're not, and I thank you, Jesus. We're not on mandatory overtime, and I'm grateful for that. I don't really care for overtime. I don't. I have gotten so used to just making the money that I make, living within my means on that. And if I get overtime, that's fine. I don't want it. I don't ask for it. Sometimes it just kind of happened because I couldn't get out on time. So I might end up staying a little bit. Um, but I don't really care for overtime. And I know people are like, what you mean you don't care for overtime? You don't care for money? I do, but when it's time to go home, I just want to go home. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to stay over. I know, but it's mandatory, so you don't have a choice, honey. I know. What I'm saying is I'm glad that we're not doing that right now. We don't have mandatory overtime at the moment, and I'm grateful. Now it does happen sometimes. They do mandate us sometimes, but it's not often, and I'm grateful for that. Because I just at the end of the day, Ginger, I just want to go home. And you got an hour drive, man. Since I didn't know. Okay, so this needs something. And look, don't say nothing rude. It needs something. I know what it needs. I'm working on it. It needs a little bit more evergreen. So I just have to get all these other pieces on here first. And I think it need a piece here in the back. The back seemed flat. Oh, no, I just need to pull it out. I just need to pull it out. But it do need some evergreen and some pine cones tucked down in it, so I'm gonna work on that. Looks like it could use a little bit of evergreen right here. So let's see. Let's take this one apart. I'm not using this apple. I don't want the apple. No, not yet. Oh, wow. Mm-mm. No. Um, we got a lot of that other stuff though. I won't say a lot, but it's in there. We got some of that. But just the typical yearly flu, no, not really. But I'm sure it's coming. I'm sure it's coming. Because we've been doing them flu shots. And a lot, I'm finding out a lot now that patients aren't even, they used to get the flu shot before they would leave the hospital. If they came in for a procedure, we would always say, would you like the flu shot before you go? Um, and we would go ahead and have them sign their paperwork and send it down to the pharmacy, and the pharmacy would hurry up and get the flu shot up to them before discharge, especially since we knew they'll be going home within the next 3 hours or so. So can we get the flu shot up? And they would send it up. They ain't taking the flu shot no more. Patients are like, nope. And I don't know why they're not taking it. You know what, Cowboy? If I didn't work in the hospital, I wouldn't take it either. I wouldn't. And I wouldn't because every time I take it, I get sick. I get sick. If you guys look back at my December video, when I was trying to do my Christmas stuff, I would get on there and I would craft, and I was doing some other stuff. If you look back at that video, you guys remember how sick I was? And I don't know if it was the other thing, which they said it didn't come till March. They don't know when it came. It was here before any March. Um, or if it was the flu. I don't know. But I was sick as a dog. I was on the video. I was looking all high. I wasn't high. I was sick. I didn't even take nothing. So it wasn't no mess like that. I don't play them games. My job is way too important for me to be acting up with some foolishness. But I was looking all dead looking. And I was still trying to get through the video. And I was coughing and couldn't hardly talk. That's some dedication. See, I love y'all. I didn't have to film. I kept trying to just get on through it, but I was sick. And it was that doggone flu shot. Every year I get the flu shot, I get sick like that. I hate the flu shot, but I don't get a choice. Like, Ginger, you got mandatory overtime, you don't get a choice. I got mandatory doggone flu shot, and I know you got to take it too. I don't get a choice. If I didn't have to take it, I'm telling you I wouldn't. Don't know who wants to be sick like that. Oh, yeah, that's going to be prettier. Some little greens in there. Don't nobody want to be sick like that. And the bad thing about it is that the first day I get it, I get nauseated. I get so nauseated the first day I get it. There. So I'm just placing my greenery to see where I want it before I put that glue on it. Because once I lay that glue on it, it's a wrap. I can't do nothing with it after that glue is on here, except put it down. I think so. I think it needed a little pop of something, and the greens are going to do it. I got to stop and kind of hold it away from me so I can see what it needs because it's too close to my face. It needs some over here. And I just part it. Find me a spot and stick some greenery in there. I thought about getting one of those hot glue pots where you got a big round pot and it's got the glue in it, and it, if it dries up or it gets hard, it resolidifies. It doesn't matter because when you heat it up, it liquefies again. And people, I've seen crafters just like stick their little picks in there and then just put them in instead of using a glue gun. I thought about getting one of those, getting a glue pot. I might still. I might still get one. I don't know. We'll see. I need some greenery over here. I can tell right through here is kind of bare. So open that up, and I think I'm going to use one of these frosted pieces. Gotta add something a little different to it. I thought about the berries, but because there's so many red flowers on here already, I don't need the berries. I'm gonna stick some greenery right in here because I think it's bare right there. So now I got to go around and get the greenery right. Make sure it's not too much in one place and not enough in the other. There we go. I love that everything is on wired pieces because you can really just move this around however you want to. I like that. It makes it very flexible and easy to work with. So let's glue this piece down. I feel like there should be some right here. I'll go back and get that in a minute. But I need to glue this piece in. Oh man, how's voting where you guys are? Have you gone yet? Is it crowded? Is it crazy? What do you think? I went and I was in and out in like 15, 20 minutes, and I was shocked that it was as easy as that. Because I thought it was going to be real busy, real crazy. It wasn't. It wasn't bad at all. I couldn't believe how quickly I was in and out. And I was happy about it. And I find that patients be asking you, well, who you voting for? And I just looked at them and I was like, it's a personal kind of decision. And one thing I've learned over the years is that at work, you don't talk politics or religion. So I will not be talking about my voting choices. I just don't be saying nothing. They sure be asking now. Yeah, I'm not doing that. In the background, where? What do you see? Oh, um, well, ginger. It started out as this, and at the Dollar Tree, and I felt like I could do something with this. I felt like it was a little gaudy, but I knew I could take all of this off of here and make it something else. So that's what I did. I took it all off and I made it this. I like this better. This is more of my country kind of feel that I want with the burlap and the buffalo check, just a little bit of pine cone. So I just changed it and made it this stocking instead of this stocking. I ain't like that one. So I turned it into this one. I did that during Maria's live last night. I was talking and crafting, crafting and talking. So that's a craft we can make. No. Oh, Ginger. I'm telling you, this mess ain't no joke. And some people get sick and they get better, and some people get sick and they don't. And you just don't know. You don't know what it's going to be. And that's the scary part of it. You just don't know. And anybody sitting around talking about, oh, it's not real, they get on my last nerve. I don't want to hear that it's not real because I see too much of it at work. You can't tell me it's not real. It's touched my family. You can't tell me it's not real. I don't want to hear that. But so many people still talking about, oh, yeah, that's not real. Like, really? What planet are you living on? It is real. I can get a better look at it in the camera, so that's why I keep doing that. I think I'm about done adding pieces to it. Still a little lopsided. That's okay. You know me, I can fix it. I can fix it. Not going to add another whole pick, but I am going to add a couple pieces because I see it lopsided and I don't like it. My OCD is messing with me. So, Ginger, do you guys get screened every day like they're doing everywhere where you get screened every day before you can go into work? How are they doing your screening? Is it manually? Like they take your temp when you get there? Because that's what we were doing. And now there's a thing that they got us where we pull it up on our phone before we come to work and we have to answer all the questions and all the answers have to be no. And then they'll say you're free to work that day. So when you get to work, you just pull it up on your phone and it shows them that you did the screening and you're okay to come in. But that's going on the honor system because anybody can get on there and lie and say they feel fine and they don't. They don't check your temp when you get there. And I don't know. I don't know. Excuse me. I'm just turning it so I can see what I feel like I need. Okay. So now that's in there. Now we're going to wrap this in burlap. We're going to put the lap on it. Y'all bear with me because I'm working in a small space. Actually, it's not that small, but I got so much junk on my table with all this crafting stuff. It's a small space. So, again, we're just going to wrap. And I'm not going to wrap it down here because I need to screw that back into the plunger. Lay down some glue and wrap the burlap. And I'm not putting my hand on it. No, I am not. And we're just wrapping it like we wrapped the candy cane. Spin it a little bit. Who coming to rent a room? Every morning manually? See, they don't do us manually anymore. We got some app that we have to answer the questions on, and as long as we say we don't have any signs or symptoms or we don't have a fever, the app says we're okay to go to work. And when we get there, we pull it up, we show them that it says we're okay for that day, and they let us on in. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but it's what they got us doing. Cowboy, who you renting a room with? Where you going? You and MRTV coming to rent a room where? Here? Where you going? I'm confused. Oh yeah, you can come on down. You ain't even got to rent a room. You family. Come on. All I do is craft and eat. You don't have to take this back down the tree stick or whatever you want to call it. I'm just doing it because I want to use up the rest of this burlap. So I'm just going back down. Yep, we can sit here and listen to some music, and me and Maria gonna craft. We gonna cook. You might get us a little card game going. I don't know how to play nothing, but y'all can teach me. All right, last little bit. All right, so now we got it all wrapped up, and we're gonna stick it back. We're gonna stick it back in our bucket. Yes, it's a plunger. Don't judge me. That's how she did it. That's what it was. It's a clean plunger from the Dollar Tree. Ain't nobody used it. Let's be clear. And then we're gonna put this back in here. All right. And then We're going to put some Spanish moss down here to cover this up. I know you can't see the top, y'all. Just give me a pair of seconds. Give me a pair of seconds. Give me a minute. This is a messy craft. Burlap pieces flying, Spanish moss everywhere. Look, there better not be no burlap in my coffee. Oh, there isn't. Thank you, Lord. So now I'm going to hot glue this moss on here. Let me break this moss up first. Because all I'm going to do is lay down some glue and then lay down this moss. I was in Louisiana. I had gone to the French Quarter last summer, and I actually saw trees that the Spanish moss was growing down from. I thought that was the coolest thing ever. I've never seen the Spanish moss growing down off of the tree. And I'm just tucking it in. You can let it hang off if you want to. It's your project. Do what you want to do. I'm doing what I want to do. Look like a bird's nest, y'all. Bring it up and around. You just want to cover the plunger. That's all you're trying to do. Okay. So now that you got that done, you're going to make a bow. Now this topiary on top could be so much bigger. And I'm probably going to fuss with it when I'm not on this live and make it bigger. Because I feel like it should be bigger. So this is what it looks like. And then I got to put a bow on it. But I just feel like it should be bigger. So I'm probably going to add some more stuff to it under here and then cover it up with some more burlap. I want it bigger. Yeah, I think it needs to be bigger. Don't, see Maria, girl, you know what's going on. So I want it to be bigger. So let me see what I can do about that. Because I need it to be what it's going to be before I put the bow on it. Because the bow is going to go underneath where it stops. So let me put some more on here. And it should be easier to glue them down now because I got this burlap on here and then I'll just recover it because I got more burlap. Get my scissors. I'm going to put the Spanish moss away. I don't need any more of that. And it's messy. And that's why I'm in here on my tile floor as opposed to being on the carpet. It's doing it in my living room on the carpet. Because it would just make a bigger mess and I'd have to break out the sweeper. This way, all I gotta do is sweep it up. A little bit of cleanup. All right, let's make it bigger. Go big or go home. And I'm just going to cut these off, but I'm not going to use that part of it. I don't need any more berries or pine cones. I really just need more flowers. I don't think it's full enough. You gonna be on my porch, Maria? Oh Lord, have mercy. Well, it is an open invitation. You are family, and you are welcome any old time. Just make sure I know you coming, cause I'm telling you, I don't do well with unexpected guests. You be standing outside, I won't let you in. If I ain't expecting you, you're not getting in. I'll come to the front door and look at you and turn around and go back and sit down. Like, you ain't call me? What you want? I'm sitting up. Nope. Almost went left with the conversation. Not finna go there because I know people will take it and run. So anyway, just let me know you coming so I can have time off work to entertain. That's all I'm saying. Oh Lord. And now that this burlap is on here, these are easy to just stick underneath it. I ain't even gluing them. I'm just tucking them in. And I ain't worried about, them going nowhere. Ain't nobody gonna mess with it. Yep, it needs to be bigger. You right. So let me get at it. I'm so glad I bought so much of this stuff. I don't know what to do. At first I thought, girl, what are you gonna do with all those poinsettia picks? I knew I was gonna use them throughout the house on something, and it didn't matter to me what. I knew I would use them in the garland for the fireplace in my bedroom, or for the fireplace in the living room, either or both. Um, so I wasn't worried about what I'd use them for. I know I'm going to put a swag on my front door, so I would use it for that. So I just bought a whole lot of it. I'm glad I did because I'm using them up in the topiary. But I got more sitting around here somewhere. Believe me, there's more. It was Dollar Tree. Y'all know that's my hookup. Dollar Tree gonna make me go bankrupt. I can't stay out the Dollar Tree. I just need to get a job at the Dollar Tree. The Dollar Tree got me all turned out. I be in there. I go in there every day. I go to a different one. I go to a different one because I don't want the people that work at the Dollar Tree to be like, she be up in here every day. So I got about three, four, wait, one, two, three. I got about five of them I go to. So I, throughout the week. So that I ain't in the same one all the time. I don't want them to know me like that. Yeah. Yep. Yep. They'd be like, girl, don't you just want a job in here? It'd be easier. You had a job, we can just pay you in merchandise. You'd be the first to see what came in. You could get your stuff first before anybody else come, and we just pay you in product. You get me started. And I said, when I retire, I'm just gonna go work the Dollar Tree. All right. I'm gonna glue this one because it's kind of short and it's acting up. Uh-oh, I done ran out of glue. Hold up. I need another glue stick. These the jumbo glue sticks. I like this one, except, like I said, it get a little too hot, but as far as crafty, I like it. Yeah, I'm gonna retire and then I'm gonna go back to work at the Dollar Tree. I'm gonna retire and then I'm gonna go work at a place that I like. Not that I don't like the hospital, but it's intense. Okay, I'm going to work somewhere where it's not intense. Going to work somewhere where it's just fun. A lot of people do that. I've noticed a lot of people do that. Where I work, they retire and then they come back. They come back to what we call PRN, as needed. They retire and they come back because you're allowed to double dip now. And they used to have a limit on how many hours you can work. It had to be like 30 hours in a week. Now there's no limit. Ginger. Yeah, I know it. I tested a couple just last week. We have to test them. Put on your full gear, your full PPE, and we have to test them. They're supposed to be tested before they come in for their procedure. They are supposed to. They're supposed to have that done within 72 hours. Some of them don't have a way to get to the testing. Some of them just be like, well, I'm not going to be running around. Because we get people that be like, I'm not going to be running around doing all that. Can't you just do it at the hospital? No, it needs to be done before you get here. But they don't. So when they don't, when they're non-compliant and they don't do what they're supposed to do, we have to test them when they get there. Gown up in full PPE, run a 42, well, if they run it stat for us is about 45 minutes. That's as fast as we can get it done. It's a rapid. They run a rapid and we get the results back in 45 minutes. But in the meantime, we don't know if you have it or if you don't have it. You have walked all up in here, all down the halls and in the elevator and through the hospital and to your room, and you just been a walking little time bomb. We don't know. I mean, yeah, you got your mask on, but we don't know if you have it or not. So you done walked all up and through in here. So we put you in your room and we close the door and we isolate you until we get your results back. Meanwhile, I got to get all my gear on, test you, get it to the lab. And then you stay in your room isolated until we get the results. We get the results back, you're negative, then you can go for your test. You get the results back, you're positive, we send you to 10, which is our unit for that stuff. And sometimes you get people that are like, I'm not going to 10, I'm going home. I feel fine. What do you do in that case? Call the police. At least in the beginning, that's what we were doing. If you had to, you call the police, say that they left AMA, tell them where they lived, and I don't know what they did after that. I don't know if they tried to make themselves quarantine. I don't know what they did, but I know we had to tell it. So it's crazy. It's still just as crazy as when it started. It's just a different way, a different crazy, but still crazy. Because people are still walking around acting like it's not a thing. I thank y'all for hanging in there. I know y'all want to see what it looked like in the end. I'm getting it. We almost there. I just felt like it should be a little bigger. And I keep saying I can't wait for the world to go back to the way it was, but it's never going to go back to the way it was. It's never going to go back to the way it was, you guys. I mean, has that really sank in? Have you really thought about all the things that aren't going to go back to the way they were, the way they used to be? Picking glue off my nails. Um, no movies anymore. Not really. All of the Regals, it is scary. All of the Regals have shut down, and they're not coming back. So that's a change. And no, it's not a good change, bad change. It's a change. It's just weird, and it is scary. Well, I heard that they're open now, but they're not going to stay open. All the Regals, I heard all the Regals were closing. I mean, right now, I think the cinemas are open. I think the drive-throughs are open for sure. But I heard Regal Cinema was closing. All of them, everywhere. At some point. I don't know. Maybe I heard wrong. I'm almost there, Maria. I'm making it bigger. I'm going all the way around it. So, you know, I got burlap. I don't know what that was flying around trying to get in my nose. Um, so the cinemas will probably close. From what I hear, they're supposed to be closing. And then what about like, so if they make movies, I think they're still going to be making movies. They're just going to show them differently. Maybe like on some kind of a movie streaming platform that they'll start since you won't go to the movies anymore. Um, and at first I was like, so what are the actors and stuff going to do? Well, they just test every day for COVID and go ahead and make the movie anyway. I mean, they test every day for it. Wow. Ginger, you are busy. That's crazy that so much of that is happening right there. Me too. Me too. I'm good with it. Or HBO Max or whatever. But I know this summer, this next summer coming up, um, I'm gonna have to just brave whatever it is that's out there because I'm not gonna just keep living my life all shut in my house, not going nowhere, doing nothing. You know, you and your husband got out and about a little bit this year and got to visit, and I'm just not gonna live a life of like a hermit. I don't want to do that either. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and rent my cabin the way I used to, and just head on down to Tennessee like we used to do. At least that way you can still kind of sort of isolate. I mean, you can stay in the cabin. At least you're somewhere different. You're not home. So it's different scenery. Uh-oh. So this year we didn't really take a trip or go anywhere because of everything. But next year, I'm planning on going somewhere. I'm planning on taking my trip down to Tennessee, and hopefully while I'm there, I can see Kay. I can stop and see Kay from Kay's Confection. Because Maria, I think our cruise is out of the question. The cruise we all talked about wanting to take, I don't think we're taking the cruise. We could all rent the cabin together though. I guess. As long as everybody well and ain't nobody sick. Gotta live. Even with everything going on, you still gotta live. You still here. What's the point if you're not living? All right, so I got two flowers left. I'm gonna figure out where I can put them. But so I made it bigger by adding more flowers to the bottom. See, there's a spot. I don't like that spot right there. This, I don't like that. So let me see what I can do about it. Break up some of that greenery. Is it this? Is it this? I'm trying to see where it is in the camera. I think it's right there. Come on. Let me find a spot. Get in there. See, we good, ain't we? See, right here. I don't like that. And now it's coming down to just being fussy and pulling out pieces where I want them to be to get the shape that I want to get. Okay. That just was weird. Sorry, y'all. I'm fixing it from looking in the camera, obviously. Again, I love that it's wired because I can make it do what I want it to do. Now I like it. Okay. So that's the topiary that's going to sit by the fireplace. There. Look at it. It's a plunger, y'all. It's a plunger. So it's coming right back up. But it's in here. I mean, it's a little wobbly. I guess you could hot glue it, but it's twisted in here. It's not going to come out. It's just a plunger. So anyway, there it is. Now let's put a bow on it. Let me trim up these edges. I'm not a fan of the raggedy edges. 2 and 1. I'm lost. Ooh, burlap. These little fibers are flying everywhere. It's kind of like when we did the gnome and the mop fibers were flying everywhere and I had to put a mask on. It's like that. All right, so that's that. Let's sit this down because now we have to make a bow. And I thought about using this ribbon to make the bow, but there's so much of that going on anyway. It's kind of too much to me. So we're going to use this ribbon. We're going to contrast and make a bow. And I could put a little bit of that in there. I might still. But right now, that's the plan. Let me get my. I can't with you. Hello. I can't say your name. Welcome to my live. Thank you, thank you. Please give it a thumbs up. Matanaya? I'm sorry. If I messed your name up, please forgive me. Maria, I'm gonna make my bow with my homemade bow maker because there is such a thing as a bow maker, and it's two little dowels, and then you got a dowel over here to hold your ribbon on, and it is you better not be trying to come loose, and it is $14 at Michael's, Hobby Lobby, places like that. I said I'm not spending that when I can make one from the Dollar Tree for $3. So that's what I did. Here is my $3 bow maker. Yes, it could be a flower or a plunger, but after I did all that work to put it together, I would pray that you would not use it as a plunger. I would pray that you wouldn't do that to me. Let's make a bow, shall we? Maria's like, no. Yes, we are too, sis. Let me get all this red glitter out of here. Sorry, I'm knocking. Trying to get the red glitter out. All right. Like that. Then we come back. Here's your loop. Put it down in between the dowels and give it a twist. And I have a measuring tape on here. So my bow loop is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 11 inches. No. No. We had enough of him in the live last night. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'd give it about 12 inches on the bow loop. You want to know that so that the other side is equal. You don't want an uneven bow. Put that down. Ooh, I didn't even put down my thingy. That's okay. I get it. Matter of fact, I can actually use this. It'll be better. My 26 gauge. And if you don't want to count, or if you don't want to look and see what the measurement is, just pick up your loops. They're not even. That one's too big. Pull it down a little bit. Pick them up again. Still a little too big. Pull it down a little bit. I mean, you could do that, or you could just measure it. So there's that one. I like the little bow maker. It saves my hands. Sometimes my hand locks up. So I like the bow maker so that I don't have to try to hold so much ribbon between my fingers like that. So I think I'm going to do white, and I'm going to use the other one as well. So we're going to cut that off and open this one up. What, a bow maker? You don't need no bow maker. You do not need a bow maker. Stop it. Which actually, since this ribbon is thinner, guess what we're going to do? We're going to put that down first. Pick that up right out of the way. Just picked it right on up. Let's lay this one down first because it's thinner. And the wide ribbon will cover it up. Maria, you do need a bow maker. And they're fun. I don't mind it. Well, hold on. Let me get myself together. I'm moving too fast. All right. My little bow maker, my homemade bow maker. So you want to get your tails down there. However long you want your streamer or tail to be, whatever you want to call it. Make your loop. Go between those two dowels. See how long my loop is? I like that length. And we're just going to circle back and go the other way. Just going to flip it over. And go back in. Okay. So then I'm going to cut my streamer. And I'm going to put this one right back in here. And if I had put my pipe cleaner down before I started, all I would have to do is pick it all up together. But since I didn't, I got to put it on. So let me make sure I got what I want. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I use my bow maker when I am making a lot of bows. He done said something he ain't had no business saying. Had to delete it. See, I knew it. When I'm making a lot of bows is when I use my bow maker. Usually if I'm doing a ribbon wreath or a decor mesh wreath, that's when I need my bow maker. So here's the bow. Right here. And we're going to dovetail the ends because it makes it look a little more professional. So to dovetail, fold it over, give it a diagonal cut, fold it over, open ends facing down. Give it a diagonal cut, fold it over, open ends facing down, diagonal cut, fold it over, open ends facing down, diagonal cut. And you have dovetails, which makes it look a little more professional. So they say. Now, you just need to determine which way your tree is going to sit, your topiary is going to sit. What is the best, the prettiest side to you that you want facing out? And then you're just gonna take your bow and hot glue it on. And this is your topiary. That is it. This is gonna sit by the fireplace. It's my poinsettia to keep my dog from eating my live poinsettia and dying, because it will kill her. So I'm going to throw some hot glue in here and glue it down. Just gonna do that for the moment to keep from burning myself. And I can fix that bow once it's glued down. Stop that. Stop it right now. Um, you can. My daughter didn't have a fireplace, and she was so used to growing up and having the fireplace that she bought a table, like a console table with it has a fireplace in it, and it was she don't have any money, so you know it didn't cost much, and it was a console table, an entertainment cabinet is actually what it was, and she has her TV sitting on top, and it's got cubby holes on either side, shelving to put stuff, and the fireplace is in the middle, and the TV sits on top, and the fireplace is underneath, and it's just a plug-in fireplace where it does radiate heat, but it looks like the fire is really actually moving. It looks like fire, and it's not. And she bought that, so you can get you a fireplace if you want to. You sure can. But this is the project for today, family. That's the craft. That's what we're doing. We're doing the topiary. You want a topiary? No, you want a fireplace console table. Those are really cute. I don't like this pine cone, so y'all know I'm about to cut it out, right? It's too big, and I don't like it, and I can't, it's right in the front, and it's got to go. I didn't like that one. And try to stick a little one in there. Yeah, I like that one better. I didn't like that big one. Hello, Queen Noel. Welcome in. Thank you for coming, sis. Love and appreciate you as always. Ooh, glue tried to get me, y'all. Thank you. Thank you, Maria. You be on it, sis. I appreciate you. I'm just twisting the ribbon around, trying to give it a little more body. Hopefully it'll look cute. Because it's wired, you can play with it like that. And I'm just trying to see if I want to do that. Fussy work. That's what I call it. Fussy work. But I enjoy working with wired ribbon. There. That is my poinsettia topiary remake from Olivia's Romantic Home. I like it. And I'll be sitting it by my fireplace. I love crafting. It just brings a smile to my face. So you guys, I got 8 more minutes and I'm going to get up off of here because I am going to make my chili. I'm going to make some jalapeno cheddar cornbread to go with my chili. and I am going to make a um, maple glazed pumpkin cake. I've been wanting to make, it's not a cake, I'm gonna make a pumpkin bread. I've been wanting to make, excuse me, I've been wanting to make pumpkin bread, and I got pumpkin seeds, I got pumpkin puree, I've got pure maple syrup that I had from something else. So, no, 8 minutes. I talk too fast, I know. 8 minutes, and now it's not even eight, it's seven. You was about to dip, wasn't you? You was like 80 minutes. Ah, no, we got to go. We ain't staying on here that long. I get it. Thank you for the 2 hours that you've given me. Um, but I gotta get off here. I gotta make my chili. I need to make my pumpkin bread. Either it's gonna be a maple glaze or either I'm gonna do a butterscotch glaze. I'm not sure. I have a recipe for both glazes. So which one should I put on the pumpkin bread? Maple glaze or butterscotch glaze? What do you guys think? Or a crumb topping, a cinnamon swirl crumb topping. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm not rushing. I just hate to hold people. And I know, see, and I love that about you, Cowboy, because you got my back. You're looking out for me, just like Maria does. Crumb topping from Noelle. What else? I got maple glaze that I want to do, or a butterscotch, or a crumb. But you're looking out for me, just like Maria does, making sure I get my time and get my hours and get my views. And that's why you're telling me don't be in such a rush. But I hate to hold people up. But I'm so glad for the family that does show up. I know crafting ain't everybody's thing, but it's my thing. It's what I like. Crumb topping. Okay. Looks like crumb topping is winning. So my little you know what? I'm gonna do it both. I'm gonna put crumb topping on it, and then I'm gonna drizzle it with either maple or butterscotch. So it's gonna be decadent. It's gonna be sweet, and you're probably only gonna be able to eat a piece this big without passing out from a sugar coma. But it's that time. It's that season. It is time to get into pumpkin and warmer spices like cinnamon and ginger and nutmeg, and I'm just feeling it today because it's cold. So I'm gonna make my chili, my jalapeno cheddar cornbread. I'm gonna make my pumpkin bread, and it's gonna be on and popping. I ain't going nowhere. Overnight to a slice. You know what? I wish I could. I wish I could send you a whole cake because they freeze really, really well. You can make pumpkin bread and wrap it up real good and put it in the freezer. I can make it now, pull it out of the freezer for Thanksgiving, and I'm telling you, it would taste just as fresh. Pumpkin bread, pumpkin roll, things like that, they stay fresh for a good long time. Kay sent me some fudge in the mail from Tennessee. Some fudge she had made. It was chocolate. It had some nuts in it. That fudge was good. And it wasn't no overnight. It went through the mail. Took a couple of days, but it was fine when it got here. I probably could send you some cake. Hopefully it would get to you in better shape than that glass did. Still mad about that, but my daughter is working on a new one. But that's crazy. We wrapped that thing to the best of our ability, and they just crushed it anyway. I'm just grateful that they both weren't crushed. Thank God for that, I guess. Let me not be complaining and be ungrateful because the whole package could have been crushed. Just makes you mad. Yeah, it was crushed up. Oh, don't mention it. Oh, okay. I know. I'm sorry. Oh, but you know what, Maria, I'm gonna text you privately. Yes, I saw you using it last night. I am gonna text you privately because I have a question. You know, whenever I gotta ask you something that I can't ask you on here, it got something to do with him. So I'm gonna text you privately because I got a question. You know the holidays is coming. I got stuff up my sleeve. I got stuff on my mind. I got things I want to do because that's just who I am. I have a spirit of giving. Have always had it. I'll give you the shirt off my back. As long as I got another one underneath, you can have it. So there's just some things I want to do. And life is short. Give me my roses while I'm living, because when I'm dead, I can't smell them flowers. Amen. Let's get a little bit of good word before we go. Y'all thought I was going to forget? Nah, got it locked, loaded, and ready. We got 2 minutes. Please give me your attention for 2 minutes, family. And let's get into this good word. It is entitled, He Hears. And it is coming to us today from Psalm 66, chapter 19. Certainly God has heard me. He has attended to the voice of my prayer. Father, I know you hear me always, and I know you listen when I pray. I promise you, and you smile on me. I praise you, and you smile on me always. I feel your pleasure. I cry out for help, and you comfort me. I feel your warmth surround me. I share my dreams, fears, and confessions with you, and you supply hope, security, and grace. How good are you at being still before God and listening? Invite him to help you learn to listen as hopefully as you pray. I'm not good at being still. I'm not. But he's working on me. I'm a work in progress. We all are. And that's one of my things. God is teaching me patience. Because, ooh, Lord, y'all know I don't have any. I don't have a whole lot of patience. And it's crazy. I'm a nurse, but I don't have patience. I have patience with my patients at work. I truly do. But in things in my life that I want, I don't have patience for. But God is teaching me that. So, he hears us when we pray. We just have to be still and wait. His timing is always perfect. Excuse me. His timing is always perfect. And if we just hang on, whatever it is we're praying for, believing him for, asking for, it will come to pass if it is for our good. A lot of times we don't get the things we want. It's because it's not good for you. You thinking it's good for you, but God knows it's not. And so therefore you may not get it. Sometimes he'll give it to you anyway and let you find out the hard way. Like we discipline our children, so does he discipline us. So remember that. That's just, when you think about it, sometimes you tell your kids no for their own good. God tells you no for your own good. So that is the good word for today. I hope it helps. We're going to let go because we're at 2 hours right now. So, you guys, thank you so much for stopping into my live. If you haven't given it a thumbs up, please do so. I love each and every one of you that shows up, supports me, loves me. I love you right back. Next week, we are going to craft. I promise. We are going to craft. And I'm going to put up a materials list. I said I was going to show you before we got off this live. But that's okay. I'm going to put up a materials list. I'm going to film it now because it's only going to take me about 10 minutes. And I will put up a materials list for what we need to craft next week. So I love you guys. And I will see you in the next one. Bye. Have a beautiful, blessed Sunday.